because you're just concentrating on that one car this weekend you're going to run because that's how much this means to you.
Well, yeah, the Pro Mod deal, we were here about 10 years ago when they said they debuted it, and we watched the Iron Indian or whatever that Mercury was. The guy made a burnout, crossed the center line, touched the other guardrail. They backed up, the guy in an Indian outfit ran around it twice, gave the driver okay, and they staged it.
Yeah, we miss those good old days.
No, I was standing next to Brad about 1,000 foot, and we go, we got to get one of those. but you know, it is exciting, and it is fun, and it is good heads-up racing.
Now you know the performance when you run your alcohol drags or your alcohol.
But the problem is that's with Brad. They have all these other people. We have Brad. It'll go 90 something now. We don't know if it's 5, 6, or 7, but it'll go 90 something.
Don't believe it.
It'll be very interesting. And since you have driven so many of the different cars, how much different is for you to drive a car like this than either an alcohol drags or an alcohol funny car?
This one's more exciting.
In what regards?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the door. I don't know. I can't tell you because you drive it exactly the same as the funny car. You just sit to the left. You know, it's more fun.
Well, it sounds so simple. I think I'll give it a shot. That's all there is to it.
We can't add enough weight to it for you.
Oh, that's way too easy. I'll let that go. Danny Rose sitting next to him, and Danny, you've been a part of this class for so many years, and this has to be really exciting for you to come out here. First of all, to be part of the Get Screen America Pro Mod Series, and of course that's one thing. The second thing will be just qualifying for the field. How intense is that going to be?
Yeah, well, it's really changed a lot over the years. You know, I've been coming out for, I guess, about 10 years ever since it started, and it's really changed a lot. You know, there was a time when we came out and you worried about, you know, a half a second in qualifying. You know, you didn't have to worry whether you're running a 650 or a 620. You were going to qualify if you were close there. Nowadays, it's just incredible, the competition, the quality of the cars, the quality of the people and teams that are involved with the sport, or the class, is incredible. So it's going to be exciting.
Tell us a little bit about your car.
Well, you know, we're very fortunate. We got Jimmy Rector working on it. You know, he's done a great job.
This will be a pretty busy weekend for you, but I know you're relishing the challenge of driving a couple of cars.
Yeah, you know, we'll be driving both the Nitro Funny car and the Pro Mod car here this weekend, so it'll definitely be a very busy weekend. I've got a schedule printed out of where I'm supposed to be at any given moment in time, but it's kind of funny, you look back a year ago and I had no ride, nothing going on, so this is definitely a better problem to have, being kind of crazy and busy, and definitely looking forward to it.
You're involved with a great team here and a great car owner. Tell us what it's like to be part of that operation.
You know, Roger came involved with the funny car team in 2008, and you know, it was kind of probably strange circumstances, but mid-year kind of making a team change and getting to know Roger, and unfortunately, I kind of, you know, think that he, as far as coming into Nitro Funny Car racing and trying to find sponsorship for it, might have hit about the worst possible economic time to be going out there and looking for sponsorship. But he's really made the commitment to kind of see things through this tough economic time. And you know, we went through last year really with that being the goal to go out and look for sponsorship, try and find that. And about mid-season, he said, you know, hey, I've got another Pro Mod car sitting back there at the shop that we're not running. If you want to come out and give that a shot. And even though my kind of start into the class wasn't particularly great, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's a great group of guys. You know, as Mike was talking about, I've had probably more fun coming back and racing in Pro Mod than I have in a couple of years of racing in the pro ranks. And not to say that I don't love that, but this is kind of like getting back to you know, probably the most fun I've had before. This is back racing in the alcohol dragster days with In-N-Out Burgers. So all this is kind of coming full circle for me to kind of get back to where I'm having a lot more fun in the car and fun working with this group of people. Roger's put together a great group of people personality-wise, and then obviously their you know, the depth of knowledge, and as we talked about adding, you know, Bob Newberry to that's just kind of added another layer of depth to the, you know, the abilities and the knowledge they have over there for tuning them. So we're really, you know, looking forward to big things this year.
Almost everyone in our class owns businesses, and 10 to 12 races are pretty comfortable. But you know, then if you get up to a whole bunch more, 15, 16, 18, we may have some issues with some of the guys there. I know right now I couldn't handle that schedule personally. We do have people though. I mean, we've got the Alanabi team that race year-round. They race multiple series in the U.S. They've just come back from the Middle East. They haven't stopped. You know, we've been out doing R&D and testing and that sort of thing, and they've been out racing, winning championships. And so, you know, they'll pull in when we're still getting the kinks out of this year in the first race. They'll come in here like they did last year. I think you saw, last year you saw Mike Castellano and Burton Oxer in the finals last year. And a lot of that is because the teams had been out there working, had never, you know, just the next race, and they were ready to go. I would see definitely some West Coast stuff. There's a bunch of interest. There is a West Coast Pro Mod Association. Vern Mills run that. We've been talking with him about some things, and here's a little plug for NHRA Unleashed. I think that's like the coolest thing that's happened here this year too. And there's two reasons why. One is the thing that the other series do not have for quarter mile racing that can really continue to let this Pro Mod class grow. And by the way, I have personal contacts for 480 Pro Mod or Outlaw Pro Mod drivers. It is absolutely the biggest, fastest growing class that's out there. And a lot more people would love to be racing with us this weekend if they could. And just, you know, the slots filled up, they didn't have any points. So the Unleashed thing will allow a lot of the Pro Mod guys to maybe go out if that class is run in the in that series. Right now I know it is going to be in Ohio, and we'd love to see it at all. We'd love to be able to get some grading points so that the guys who are successful down there can get promoted up, kind of like the minor leagues of golf or something like that. You go win a race and, you know, we'll let you in over here, you know, or win 2 in a row and you get an automatic promotion or something. That'd be cool. And then I think you'll see a lot of the national guys, the people running the national circuit will go out and participate in that if they can, if the schedule is open, because, you know, like I said, several of these teams can run extra races. Raymond would love to. Melanie, obviously, she'd love to. And I would like to be at the races every weekend if I'd let him go somewhere to race, okay? So, international. You know, the start to all of that happened when the NHRA recognized this class and put those rules in the rule book. We now have a set of standards to base competition on internationally, and we didn't have that before, okay? Now we do. Europe will absolutely adopt whatever rules we do over here and will be very involved, and Michael Goldfist is here because he actually works with Graham on the FIA Europe board for their competition series over there, and that's the reason I invited him, to get to know him better, to talk about how we could do some things. And we're already talking to find out if there's something that, you know, Europe and USA and Canada can all get together and do some stuff, okay? The Middle East, big thing that just happened from my perspective is Abu Dhabi. They just adopted the NHRA Worldwide sticker, I guess you would say, on their racetrack. They're racing quarter mile. They got a couple of top fuel cars over there. They're already talking Pro Mods in other classes as well. So I'm hoping that we can get that going in the Emirates, and there's probably 7 different countries over there, Graham, that have drag strips, and that is the fastest growing area in the world in terms of just drag racing and the interest there.